welcome back to MD Globe Muscle here at the On Rise Media Studio with me, your host, Giles Thomas. I'm joined all the way from sunny Florida, the two-time 212 Olympia champion, Shaun Clarida.
What's up, Giles? How we doing, my man?
Shaun, do I refer to you now as Big Daddy or Mr. Coverman?
A little bit of everything, I guess, right? Yeah, it's crazy.
So, first of all, what was that like getting a front cover, mate?
Oh, man, I didn't even know I was getting it until I was actually heading to Vegas for that, for just a shoot with Mutant. And then Shaun had texted me, I think Ron had texted me saying it was going to happen. And you never know until it actually happens, right? And then once they confirmed everything and sent me the copy of what it looks like, I was just mind blown because obviously as a bodybuilder, this is everyone's dream and goal to, grace the cover of a magazine. And, here we are. And I couldn't ask for better timing after obviously winning the Olympia, then right into having the magazine cover. And obviously now getting ready for the Arnold Classic and then having the baby. It's just like so much great things happening, at once. So it's been great.
Well, mate, I'm so happy that I was there when I heard this. And hang on, what was it? What did Bob Chick say? And
once again,
yeah, that's what he said. Once again, and I just went. I mean, watching these things on live stream is amazing, But the thing is, I will say, I said this to you when you were sat in front of me. You were sat in the front row next to Michael J. White.
Yes.
Yeah, the finals, And I said, there's nothing. I said the photos actually didn't do you justice for what I actually saw at the prejudging. Because at the prejudging, you looked amazing, of course. But when I saw you physically in front of me on stage, especially when you turn to the back and you get the real biceps, and there was stuff going on in your physique, mate, that I've never seen before.
Yeah, I think it's always better live. You just can't base anything on pictures and videos anymore, especially with the low quality of things are. Again, seeing things front and center like you were, and your eye on the physique itself, you can definitely assess and see things much better that other people can't see. You
definitely leveled up, mate.
That's the goal every year, man. I mean, you every year I've been hearing that, he's maxed out. I'm not maxed out, guys. Trust me. Every year I find new ways to get better and improve. Not necessarily bigger, just better. And my weight was only 178 pounds, but it was literally a pound heavier than the 2020 Olympia when I won. It was just a different look. Just made more improvements to certain areas. So that's pretty much what it was. I'm not looking to get bigger necessarily, but just more refining and just continues to bring up weak areas.
Mate, that was a better 178 than 2021.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
It was. Because I think you look better at the Legion because you dropped down to 174. But I'm telling you, because I thought you looked slightly better in 2020 than in 2021. Then you did the Legion. And it's funny because you had to drop weight to look better, because people say, especially going in against open guys, you're going to have to go up in weight. And, that's always the mentality. I've seen a lot of 202, 212 guys mess up their kind of looks by thinking, I've got to be, I'm 180, 190. I've got to fill up. And then they look like shit,
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I play my game. I play my own game. There's no way I'm going to mask up or try to beat these guys. I got to continue to do what's got me to where I'm at today. Just, honestly, conditioning, detail, and presentations.
Yeah. So, obviously now, you obviously had the baby. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then you went straight into an Arnold prep. I mean, are you mental?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit, honestly, we were on the fence about doing the Arnold. I just wanted to first obviously get through the Olympia, and then obviously make sure the baby was healthy when she was born. Everything came out perfect. She's great, no issues whatsoever. And so my girlfriend and I decided to just get ahead and go full force. Obviously, it's only a quick turnaround. Literally, we're now 7 weeks out, so it wasn't like I had to go into our deep prep. I just kind of continued to do what I was doing, continue to diet, continue to do cardio. Luckily, I'm still able to train. My girlfriend, thank God for her because she's taking the brunt of everything with the baby, having to feed her, be with her all night so she can make sure I get my cardio done and get my rest and everything.
So what's that like though, having a baby? And because sometimes people say that I spoke to one classic guy, and he said I actually like the routine. It actually gives me an even stricter routine. I mean, does it deter you? Does it help you?
No, I mean, I haven't really gotten to that routine yet because the baby is more so just I haven't been able to feed her bottle-wise. She's just still, nursing with the mother. So I haven't even been able to feed her myself. So I haven't really experienced that. But honestly, it's not much different. She sleeps a lot throughout the day. and that's good because I'm actually out most of the day. So when I come home from the gym and everything like that, that's when she's kind of a little bit more fussy, a little bit more awake, and I can kind of see her and hold her and play with her a little bit. But yeah, no, it's been great, man. There hasn't been any distractions. Again, so my girlfriend is up with her most of the night, obviously, when she needs to feed. I'm still getting my rest. Everything's still, going, A-okay.
Good. So you just said before, did you decide to do the Arnold before you'd even done the Olympia?
No, after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I didn't want to focus on the Arnold until until I got through the Olympia. So
why the Arnold?
Oh man. Well, I wanted to do this show back in after the 2018 season, and I said, one day I would do the Arnold 212, and they got rid of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, damn, that sucks. So it never really crossed my mind to do the Open. But then last year they had asked if I was interested in doing it. And it was just too short of a time span. Quick turnaround for me. I wasn't ready for it mentally or physically. But this year, obviously after the Legion win and, seeing myself up against these Open guys, seeing I can certainly hang with some of them, I said, why not? Again, it was literally 10 more weeks after the Olympia. I'm already in shape. It's a quick trip for me, only an hour and a half flight, and it's the Arnold Classic. I've never done a bigger show like that besides the Olympia.
Yeah.
And so I decided to throw my hat in the ring.
Do you know what? I mean, regardless of how many titles, how many Olympia titles, how many pro shows you win, I think when all is said and done, because remember I wrote that article in MD, I think when all is said and done, your legacy is going to be about proving people wrong every step of the way.
Yeah, I think it's more so like the underdog thing, like everyone kind of counted you out over the years. He's too small, he's too short. I mean, I'm still seeing that to this day. He's still too small, he's still too this, but I continue to win shows and beat these Open guys. But it is what it is. Honestly, I don't look at that. That doesn't deter me. That doesn't get in my mind or in my head or anything. I just know what I'm capable of, and if I put my foot down and get the work in, I can do whatever I want to do.
I think the Legion probably shut up 70% of those doubters.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly, like I said before, when I interviewed you before, I said, when I heard that you were doing the Legion after you lost the Olympia, I thought, oh, he's pissed off. He's, this is the bad move. And then, boom, you went and did what you did in Legion.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even out of anger doing that show or anything. It was literally, I was going to be there regardless.
Yeah.
I had wanted to do an Open show at one point in time or another. And that was actually, 2 weeks later? I was already in shape, so it just made sense. And it was perfect timing.
Obviously now you've got, let's take the Open Olympia this year. You've got 2x212s, Hadi Chupin, Derek Lunsford. You've got Bonac, because obviously that first year he was a 212. You've got guys like yourself, Angel Calderon, and who else has done?
Kamal.
Who?
Kamal.
Oh God, yeah, I've just spoke to him. I've literally just spoke to him. And Kamal. Does this does everything they achieved kind of give you confidence, or does it have no effect?
No effect, honestly. I do things on my I always say timing's everything.
Yeah.
I like to do things my way, and I honestly, everyone's thinking like, oh, when are you going to do the Open Olympia? When are you going to do Open Olympia? I can't say. And if I win the Arnold Classic this year, will I jump into the Open? I don't know. I can't give you that answer right now. Again, everything's based on timing and how I feel mentally and physically. But yeah, seeing those guys obviously going from the 212 to doing very well, like especially Derek. But wow, that was absolutely mind blowing.
It's cool, wasn't it? Wasn't it cool? Oh my God.
Yeah, it definitely gives me a little bit hope and confidence that okay, well, Derek did it. I can certainly, if I continue to improve and put on a little bit more size in the right areas, certainly I could probably hang with these Open guys at the Olympia.
I mean, you got like Derek and Hadi, what are like sort of 5'4" to 5'6", and then you've got guys like Samson and Rami who are like literally at the bottom end of the top 6, which is still bloody impressive.
Yes.
But it shows that, I think it shows that basically they really don't, they judge it properly. Like I spoke to Kamal and he said about like Muhammad Makawi in 83 and Lee Labrada. It seems like I felt this Olympia was really, really well judged because of partly because of those factors.
100%. They're definitely going back. I mean, it showed at the Legion. When I talked to Tyler, I mean, it wasn't about the biggest guy. They didn't look at that. They kind of, the height didn't deter them whatsoever. It was who had the most complete physique with the least amount of flaws that day. And that's really what bodybuilding is, honestly. And if at the Olympia, it showed. Obviously, Derek being 5'7", maybe 225 on stage versus, Rami, who's 290, 300 on stage. Like, it just really shows that they're truly basing it on bodybuilding. That's it. Like, again, who has the most complete physique with the least amount of flaws?
It makes the shows more exciting as well.
Absolutely, and it gives fans like, and you can't have fans, complaining and bitching about all politics and all that other stuff. They're judging everything fair as possible.
And also, I mean, I hate going back to the past, but even though we won the Legion, you didn't beat an off Regan. You didn't beat everyone. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a lower level lineup where there was no real names there, or they were, and they were really off. That's the best Regan I think I've ever seen at that show.
Yeah, honestly, that's the one thing I want to kind of bring up as well, because I keep seeing it, and everyone's like, well, he didn't beat anybody at the Legion. There was no one there. Like, first of all, the IFBB pros. We're all champions. We're all pros. They're not nobodies. Sergio Libya, Sergio, obviously, we had Sergio McMillan, God rest in peace.
Yeah.
He was an Arnold Classic champion. Patrick Moore, who was a top 10 at the Olympia. Yeah. Like, why are people disrespecting these guys and saying, I didn't beat anybody? Yeah. I beat some good guy. I beat some IFBB top pros. So, no, for sure. It was definitely, a good win for us and again, give you a little bit of confidence going into another open show.
And the thing is, some guys, like Derek, he had to move up to open because he said, I spoke to his wife at the Meet the Olympians, and she said, like, after the Olympia, when he won the 212, she said, like, Derek was eating, like, kale salads, and his body was still growing. His body weight it's like his body just wanted to grow. And it would have been and it would have been like some of these guys who suck it down to classic, and they really struggle, Yeah. You don't have that problem. So for you to then jump in an open show, you're either, I mean, like I said, I thought you were a bit crazy when you said you were doing Legion. I was like, no, he's nuts. He shouldn't be doing this. And then boom, you went and proved me wrong and everybody else, But like I said, you don't. So purely, you must be just in it, just purely for the thrill of it.
I love competing. This is what I do.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a 212 show or an open show. I don't care if it's the Olympia or the backyard classic. I just love to compete.
I think I don't know, you've seen on the boards and on Instagram and stuff, I think people are really, really, really excited about you getting a call out with Samson. I think that's the one everyone wants to see, because obviously he's one of the up and coming guys. You've proven yourself as an open. You're a two-time 212 Olympia champion, which is incredible in itself. So I think that's the thing a lot of people are really keeping their fingers crossed for.
Yeah, I've been seeing. I've been getting tagged.
Have you?
Predictions and all this stuff. Like, listen, it's great. I appreciate all the love, support, and positivity and everything. But I just know that these guys I'm not taking anybody lightly whatsoever. I got to continue to work. I got to continue to get better, and I got to bring 100% to the Arnold Classic. And if all things goes well, I'll hopefully get into that first call out. And like I always said, once I get into that first call, I'm ready to work. I don't care who's there. And if it's a Samson, Bonac, myself, top three, whatever the case may be, I'm gonna fight, man. I'm a giant killer for a reason.
Yeah.
I don't back down from anybody.
I remember when I wrote that article on you in MD, and basically I was pulling from different sources, and I really, like I said, that I think that will be your legacy, because remember they told you when you said you wanted to compete. Compete on stage, and they said you were crazy. Yep. You wouldn't win a show.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't turn pro. You wouldn't win a pro show. You wouldn't win. I mean, probably they would have laughed if you said you were going to win the Olympia someday. Do you know what I mean? And now I know, and you wouldn't win an open show. It's like that's 5 things you've done. That you've over your career that you've actually shut people down on.
The one thing that really sticks out in my head is in 2012 when I won the Nationals with the bantamweight class and won my pro card, someone, I won't say names, came up to me and said, "Congratulations, your career is over." And I go, what do you mean? They're like, well, there's never been a bantamweight who's ever gone on and do anything in the IFBB. And I go, oh, okay. And obviously I could have easily said, okay, he's right, and quit, but I didn't. I knew, again, what I was capable of, and I knew what the goal was. And as far as being Mr. Olympia, like I don't know if I ever said this anything to anybody, but in 2007, I started competing in 2005. I said in 2007, my training partner back then, I said, hey, we're never going to go to the Olympia unless we're on that stage.
Wow.
Even as a spectator. Like, hey, how guys go to the Olympia to watch it or go to Expo. I said, I'm never going to go to Olympia until I earn my way on that stage. And I stayed true to that. My first Olympia that I ever went to in Vegas was in 2015, and I had qualified for it. Yeah. So I knew back then I'd get to that point eventually.
Yeah. And like I said, when you won, they said you wouldn't win a pro show, and then you won and beat Zane Watson at the New York Pro. And it wasn't even they couldn't even play it down and say it was a small show. It's like that's like the third biggest show in the world, So you really, I'd love. Have you ever gone back to those people, or have they just stay very quiet, or have you just left them behind?
I laugh inside, obviously. But it again, I still hear it though. Like I look at today, it's like, well, he's good, but it's like, all right, well, just got to keep working. That's it.
Yeah. So do you still feel fresh going into the Arnold? I mean, obviously, because you looked in. I mean, you like I said, to take your physique to another level, win the Olympia, and then go straight into an Arnold prep. Do you feel fresh?
I'm mentally in a better space right now.
Wow.
Because for the Olympia, I was very stressed out because my girlfriend was home and she was set to be due any day.
Yeah.
So she could have easily gone into labor while I was at the Olympia, and I would have missed the birth of my child. So that was really weighing on me weeks leading to Olympia. And I never said anything about this either, but there was a part of me that was going to pull out of the Olympia this year.
Wow.
Because I didn't want that to miss that or have that in my mind. And she told me I couldn't pull out. So, we continued on, and it was very stressful though, because you just never know. And then obviously when I get to Vegas, I'm checking in on her every day. I have my family come over to stay with her to make sure she's calm. And, thank God once I got home, I was like, whew, like that weight's over. Like it wasn't the weight of the show or the stress of the show. It was more so, I don't want to miss the birth of my first child, and our child together.
Yeah.
So once that happened, I was home, and the baby's here. Now entering into this prep, it's like, it's smooth sailing. I have no stress whatsoever. I feel great. I'm very motivated right now. Back to training 100%. We're ready. We're going to be ready for this Arnold Classic. I absolutely believe we'll be just as good, if not better.
Wow. Okay, cool. And it's pointless asking you about body weight. It's pointless because it doesn't really matter with you because, like I said, you 178, 174, you look incredible either way, so it's and thing is, someone said actually on the forum today, they said, look, Shaun could win the Arnold Classic because he is on paper really the most consistent with his conditioning. He's going to be on. You don't,
Absolutely.
there's other guys, without mentioning names, you could say, okay, they've slipped at this show, that show, this show. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
If the stars align, mate, it could happen.
Listen, I know what my strengths are, and it's conditioning.
Yeah,
and I push, and I work my ass off to make sure I'm the most conditioned guy on that stage, whether it's 212 or open. Yeah. And this past year, we really stepped it up because we knew what the goal was. We knew that title was wide open. And we knew that, obviously still being in 212, I'm not going to be the biggest guy there. But what can I beat these guys on? Presentation, symmetry, and, of course, my conditioning. And I believe, obviously having a combination of that plus the fullness that I bring to the stage is what carried me on to that championship. And I believe that's what's also going to carry me into, God willing, fingers crossed, an Arnold Classic champion win this year.
Oh, my God. Honestly, mate, at the Olympia, I was freaking out when I saw your riddle bicep. Because it wasn't just your back, your shoulders. It was your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves. Yeah. I was like, I don't know how he's done it. He's actually the cuts were deeper.
Giles,
I can't explain it, mate. I can't explain it.
Our leg days are 3 hours, man. Literally. They're literally, if you ask my training partner, we're in the gym for 3 hours because we just believe in absolutely annihilating from every possible angle. I
believe you.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we just trained back today. It was 2.5 hours.
Jeez.
It's like, again, it's like in my mind, especially during prep, like I can't miss an angle. I gotta hit the low lats, the mid lats, the round boys, the trap. Like everything has to be trained because I only have 7 weeks. I can't mess up. I can't slow down whatsoever. To some people, it's overtraining. I don't believe in overtraining because if I'm able to recover, get my food, my rest, and my body feels good, I'm gonna keep banging the same way. I've been doing this damn near 20 years. So to tell me I'm training wrong is bullshit.
And hang on, you're not exactly fannying around with cables.
No,
like, we're not talking like some sort of one-arm 30-pound cable for 30 reps. You'll hit. It's like 180 flat bench dumbbell press, and I mean real. Yeah. So to hear the fact that, because they always said you can't train hard or long, but I think you proved that wrong, mate.
Listen, I'm back to pressing heavy again. The heavy dumbbells, 150s, 160s, rowing the 170s, 180s. I've been squatting. I just squatted 4 and a quarter this past week.
Wow.
I stacked the leg press out last week. My first week back to the gym. Like it's a switch in my head, man. It's like I gotta push. I gotta do. I always say I gotta do what they won't do. Because that's what's gonna get me to that next level.
Wow, cool. Well, Nate, yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, I was shocked when I saw the name on the list. I was like, wow. I said, I like the fact that you're willing to push yourself and really test yourself, Yeah. And the fact that you've not just stayed in your own lane, you ventured out into, and it's like you're fearless.
I created my own lane, I created my own. Honestly, I said in my post that, I have nothing to lose here, and everything to gain going into this Arnold Classic, like if I don't win, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I'm still going to be an Olympia champion, But at the same time, I know I'm going to beat some guys. So, obviously being the smallest 212 competitor there is, going into an open show like the Arnold and beating some guys, it's a big deal, like the Legion was. And it's creating buzz. I'm getting I'm all over the social media channels. It's good for my brand, good for my sponsors are freaking loving it right now.
Yeah, I bet.
It's good all around.
Yeah, and don't forget, like I said, the top 2 at the Olympia, mate, X212s. I mean, it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like,
absolutely. Listen, anything's possible, man. Anything's possible. What's going to matter is who shows up that day.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, like I said, because you are so consistent. That's the thing, that Shaun Clarida is going to turn up looking good. He's not going to turn around and his hamstrings are going to be all squishy.
Yeah, no, I always want to be better than my last show, regardless of how long that distance was. So, and like I said, I'll be just as good, if not better, for sure.
And I love the routine.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Even though they cut my music.
Oh, yeah. That was a really good routine, mate. It's nice to see a physique, and you put real heart and soul into it, and it was really nice to see. So I've actually put it on my Instagram. I tagged you in.
Oh, thank you.
When you do the arm out, that's kind of your pose, isn't it? Really,
that's my signature. Yeah, the pose, the arms out. Yeah.
Amazing. Right, Shaun, mate, I'm going to let you go. And like I said, I was so glad I was there, to see it, because it was so cool, mate. I was so happy to see you, Missy Truscott, get their titles back. It was a real. It was amazing, mate. It was amazing.
It felt, they always ask, like, what was better, the first one or the second one? Like, honestly, for me, it was the second one, just simply because, obviously, that's that Jay Cutler style where you lose it and win it back.
Yeah. But
also, this year's, again, this entire prep and winning the show is dedicated to my daughter. I wanted to win this for her and be able to, have that medal hanging in her room. And obviously, once she's a little bit older, I can sit down and talk to her and show all the medals and all the awards and everything like that. And, hope she's proud of me and everything I'm doing. So everything I do from here going forward is for my family, man. Good. I think you've got added purpose now, haven't you? Even more. Everyone thinks legacy is like bodybuilding. That little girl, that's my legacy.
Nice.
That's my everything.
Nice. Well, like I said, I messaged you and I said, well, and then you just sent me a picture of you holding her, and I was then I saw your post on Instagram, and I was like, yeah, and it's fine. Because I just hoped it all went well, and it's just, but what a perfect end to a kind of a cool year, really. Yeah, man, I got home and literally it was perfect timing. She was still had the baby inside, and we had to actually get her to the hospital to induce her because the baby didn't want to come out. Oh wow. So, yeah, she was a little late, but we got to the hospital that morning, and she had the baby that night, and the baby came out absolutely perfect, no issues whatsoever. Passed all her tests. Now we're all home recovering and just enjoying our company together. Good. Took her to the gym yet? Or? No, I'm keeping her. No, she's not going anywhere near that gym anytime soon. Come on, love. This is a squat. Yeah, come on. Trust me. That's the goal for her, man. I want her. I don't want her to bodybuild. I want her to do whatever she wants. That's what matters. Yeah, nice. All right, then, mate. Well, like I said, fantastic to catch up. Congratulations for multiple reasons. Front cover, new baby, everything good, everything healthy. You got your title back, and it's kind of like I had to get you on, mate. I wanted to catch up, mate, and it was good to see you face to face at the Olympia as well. It was really, really cool. Yeah, so, thank you. I always appreciate you guys for the love and support, obviously, and again having that cover that just made everything just wow, surreal. Yeah. You look about 250 in that picture. Yeah, I think I was 16 weeks out from Olympia. Wow, what? Yeah, I was 16 weeks out. Yeah. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. Well, you look pretty good condition there, mate. Also, I couldn't believe what I was seeing when I saw you when you were at Gasp, and you did some posing. How far was that? It was a Gasp event. Was it in August? No, not August. And you look colossal. I couldn't believe it. Oh, that's what I was then. Yeah, that was 18 weeks out. What? Yeah, so I went there and I turned around and went to Vegas and shoot that with Holy
Mutant.
shit.
Yeah, that was 18 weeks out. I had just started prep.
Honestly, mate, like I said, I was like, okay, Shaun is extra serious this year. He is really. I mean, you never mess about, but that was I was just I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So good work, mate. Good work. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hopefully, again, are you guys coming to the Arnold as well? I'm sure. I don't know yet. Okay. So I hope so. You can get to hopefully see me and get that W there. Oh my God, that'd be so cool. That would be cool. But I want to see a call at you and Samson. I'd just be I think because that's what everyone seems to be talking about,
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be fun. It'd be great. You know, like I think we have very similar physiques. Obviously, he's got just a bigger version. But as far as the round muscle bellies, things are just full popping. You know, I think it'd be a great call out. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. I think the crowd would go nuts on that one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to outpose him a little bit. So we'll see.
Good. All right then, mate. Well, like I said, much love to the family and everything, and I'll speak to you very soon.
Hey, thank you guys so much again. I'll talk to you guys all soon.
Thank you, Shaun.
You got it, man.
Bye.
Hey, Giles, how are you doing?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and I hope you had a great Christmas and a New Year. You and I could see your beautiful girlfriend as she's your right hand.
Yes.
Recording, of course. And when you have a good team, and always when you have a good team, you could lead the world.
Very true. Now, last time I spoke to you, we were just checking into Planet Hollywood, and I made a beeline for you. I was like, oh my God, Kamal. So, mate, where do we even begin? Because a lot has happened since we last spoke. You snuck into the Open last year, and you did some pretty incredible things, which I'll come to how I was wrong, because I will admit I was very wrong. Because Kamal, when I heard that you were 220, I was like, oh no, he's blown it. He's not going to look good. He's going to, it's all on record. So, I mean, let's go back to that. Just touch on that first. I mean, you told me at the end of 2019, remember when I came down to your house, you just won the 212 Olympia, and you said, Giles, I'm going to do an open show. And I was like, because none of the 212s had really done that. And then you did it last year, and obviously, you completely shocked everyone, including myself.
This is me. I'm always like, especially as you know, as soon as I started at the pro league, my first year win the Arnold, and everybody knew who Kamal is. Came from the amateur, came to the pro league, did the Arnold Classic with the age of like 46.
Yep.
Oh, Kamal is that old. He's the oldest, like 212 amateur pro league pro to win the Arnold Classic, and everybody like started saying, he's getting older. What he's going to look like at the Olympia. So come to the Olympia, win the Olympia. Every year, no, Kamal is not going to look good. He's aged. After 2 years, nobody said anything because every year, I'm proving everyone is wrong. Mm-hmm. And then when we decided to do the Open, and I've heard one of you because Ron told me as well.
I was so wrong. I'll hold my hands up, Kamal. I was wrong.
Man, this is what all about, to be honest. I feel, Josh, you know me more than anyone because we've been known each other since 25 years now.
Yep.
And you've seen me with the kind of that physique, and as you call me, like the shredded man in UK, and then it's between 85 and you always told me keep that because you're pretty in that, which is I agree. I mean, because when I did the Arnold, I was like just under 90 kilos. And it's like 90, maybe I was 85, 80.
Oh, somebody's trying to ring you, mate. Someone's trying to ring you.
Yeah, somebody's trying to ring me. And the problem is he's going to keep ringing me now.
It's okay.
When they like keep asking, calling, and they're going to keep calling. Anyway, yeah, so and then like when we he said you're going to keep that kind of this. If it got a little bit like heavier, maybe you're going to lose it, which is, that's what I've always kept it, that kind of things. And then last year when I did like the Open, I felt really great. I felt like really good and my body's like accepting and my body wants to grow. And that's why this year, to be honest, is the first year ever I struggle to bring my weights down to 212.
Really? Hang on. Because when you won, you were what, 205 or 208 when you won in 2019?
Yes, something like that, yes.
So it's like 12 to 15 pounds heavier. I mean, obviously when you were open, so you struggled to make 212.
This year, I was like 212 dead on.
Wow.
At the weighing in. Yeah, man. I was like 220 a week before.
Wow.
I was like almost... Yeah. I was almost like, you almost ready, just a little bit of water, whatever. So, but we had to struggle. Like when you come back to Tampa, and I went to Tampa, and I felt really great. I don't have there's no pressure on me, and everything went everywhere. And everybody saw what I did in Tampa. Like I was really that close to
Yeah.
win, which is a lot of people they had me winning the show.
Mm-hmm.
But like they said, there's only 1 point against like 18 competitors that day
Yep.
with the Open.
It was a good lineup.
So it's a very good lineup, and I was like, oh god, that's very good. So I'm proved a lot of people wrong.
Yeah.
One of them is you.
Yeah, this guy here.
So what are you gonna say now?
No, because seriously, Kamal, because I said I had it in my head. I was like, okay, then maybe Chris or Kamal is exaggerating the body weight to kind of say, okay, he's. Do you know what I mean? To get people listening, because it's like, well, if a 210 guy comes in, whatever, is he really going to make an impact? And I thought, okay, they're adding 10 pounds to get people talking. And then when you came on stage, I thought that that much body weight on top would make your waist look thicker or whatever. I thought you'd lose your aesthetics. And if anything, you look more aesthetic because your shoulders, your chest, your back, everything was fuller.
To be honest, even my legs, people, they say my sweep, nobody said nothing about my physique.
I agree.
I looked like 100%. I think
Yeah.
I belong to that weight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm 220. Maybe if I say I'm 225, that's going to be too much. But I would be good, I think, looking between 18 and 20. That's me. I think I will look my best. I don't have to go down. So this is what I'm looking to do at the Arnold this year.
See, that was because you said, yeah. He said, Giles, I've got something I want to talk about. This was a few days ago. And then the Arnold list came out, and I was like, that's sneaky. So tell us how the whole Arnold Classic thing came about.
Well, to be honest, it's like, it was in my head before the Olympia.
Mm-hmm.
I said, because I've always said I want to do like something Open. I want to do another show at Open after I did good at Tampa Pro and Texas. So, and I said I want to do because I feel my physique wants to grow, and we could grow with some things that we could do that I haven't done before.
Yeah.
And I know I have some weapons in my hands I could actually do, and I know exactly what my physique needs, and I know exactly what I could do, which is I haven't done. Talking to Chris Asiro and everything, he said, yeah, we could do. And then I said, do I really need to do it after the Olympia? Let me see what's going to happen at the Olympia, and then we'll see. And then when we saw the Olympia with the lineup and everything, and I thought, to be honest, everybody's doing the Olympia after doing the Arnold after the Olympia, which is like Derek, Nick, and everybody. And I know because I'm really close with these guys, and we train together. Actually, I just finished training with Derek at the moment. We've been training together nearly every day at the moment, and for the whole next year, me and Derek. Nick has moved to Vegas, so he's in Vegas now. So me and Derek, we just like as a training partner now, and we pushing each other.
How's it going?
It's very good. We just did some quads, man. We killed it. I mean, now you'll see his YouTube videos and everything.
Yeah.
So you'll see my channel as well. We have a lot of training videos going to be coming up and everything, but we doing very well. Tomorrow we got chest. So we doing very well as a team.
Yeah.
He's after what happened to him at the Olympia coming second.
Yeah.
Now he is like, he wants that place. He wants the Olympia title, and he doesn't care what's going to take him. And that's what I like. I like people to push, and I've always pushed myself, and somebody else younger than me and he's hungry, so he makes me hungry as well. I want to do even more.
Mate, he's about your double his age.
He is. But I mean,
incredible.
Hey man, that's what they called me at the gym. They called me Granny.
Fantastic.
But I feel great, Giles. To be honest, it's really, really good. Like what we said, we came back and he told me he's not doing the Arnold. I said, okay, he's not doing it. Nick is not doing it. So I thought, that's a big chance. Let's. And I know Shaun is doing it. Yep. I know 100% he's jumping into it. I said, there's another challenge between him, but now with the Open. So now I don't have to force to go down. Now it's going to be a different game, completely different game. I'm going to do it. So I spoke to Chris. He said, yeah, we could do it. And then I had one of the promoters of the Arnold called me. He said, Kamal, we called Jim Manion and we asked him if Kamal can do it, blah, blah, blah. So I called Mr. Jim Manion And he said, yeah, come on, I don't hold anyone to do any shows. If you feel good, if you feel ready, yeah, why not? Just go and do it. So we said, okay, and then that's what happened. So I said, okay, put my name down. He said, you sure? I said, yes, man, I don't care. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anyone. And the stage for me is fun. And I just want to bring something different.
Are you excited to have another crack at Shaun and Hakeem?
I am ready. I'm gonna be doing my best, and I'm sure you Giles, you've seen me when I compete against the overall when we do shows in UK. You know, when I win my class and I beat these big guys before, so I've done it before. So why not? I mean, I've got the chance. I see like I have the dangerous physique that I could go against these guys. At the end of the day, it depends to the judges what they're looking for, okay? If they're going to look like mass monsters, here is going to be like this. But if they're going to look like the static, complete shape physique, I will fit with these guys.
Kamal, I remember at the in Thessaloniki in 2002, backstage, no one was paying attention to you. No one was paying attention to you. You got on stage and you won the overall.
Exactly.
And that was height classes. There was guys like they were giants, and you completely annihilated them.
I think, Giles, I was weighted 82 kilos then. You remember?
Wow.
And it's like, and I won by like lights out.
I was there.
The shape.
Yeah,
I know. I still got them the best picture I've ever had. You took him.
Oh, stop. So now. You told me in 2019, at the end of right after the Olympia, at your house in the UK, you told me then that you wanted to do an open show. But since then, we've had guys like Shaun Clarida doing Legion. We've had Angel Calderon winning the big man weekend. We've had, other 212s, and now yourself. Now, obviously, 1 and 2 was ex-212s, Hadi Chupin and Derek Lunsford. Does the kind of success of those guys, all of which you've competed against and beat at different times, and they've beat you, and whatever, does that give you more confidence going into these open shows now?
Yeah, 100%, because that shows you the judging, they are going that way with the old, actually, is not going for the mass monster anywhere. I think they gone for the classic physique, for the hardness, for the static, for the lines, and this is what we saw at the open class at the Olympia. So, to be honest, I wasn't happy with my placement at the Olympia. I mean, between me and Shaun, it could be, okay, first and second, but to be third, that is like, I wasn't really, really happy with it. But I accept the judges, whatever they saw. But I've seen everybody, it wasn't agree with that actually placement. But at the end of the day, it's not his fault. It's whatever. That's the judges, what they accepted. That's what they're looking for. For me, I made some phone calls. And they've told me, I mean, you could have been first and second. That's what the highest, whatever. But if they're going to judge like, as what we said, as the physiques, as the lines and the muscle mature and everything, I think I could fit with them because they are, like what you said, I beat them, they beat me, we've been mixed to each other. And then the 212 guys, they're doing great at the open. So it's going to be another challenge. I mean, maybe Derek is going to do the show. Imagine if Derek is going to do the Tampa Pro, the Arnold.
Hang on. I spoke about this on the forum today. Surely if it's an invitational, guys can't jump in. They have to be, like, once the roster is set, is that it? Because I heard people saying, why doesn't Derek or Brandon Curry jump in? And I said, I don't think guys can jump in. What's your take?
I don't know, man. Maybe they could accept. I know it's like now. It's the line is already out. The actually is already announced.
Yeah.
Is the promoter they're gonna accept? I mean, if they accept, would be great. So that means it's gonna be me, Shaun, and Derek. The 212 guys. It's like it's the hype again.
And Bonac, because he's an ex-212 as well.
Exactly, and Bonac as well. So they're gonna be like a lot of 212 ex-212 guys against these big guys, like the old days, the old days with like
Macaulay, 83.
Yeah. So these young guys, they actually beating the big guys. So it would be a good challenge. It would be a really good show. I think will be great. I know people like they say, oh, it's a poor lineup or whatever. I don't think so. Maybe because they're not gonna see the mass monster or the big guys or whatever. But it's gonna be fun. I mean, Samson the Wood is there. Akeem Williams is gonna be there. So you don't know what they're gonna bring. If they're gonna bring like really the condition and whatever. So that's gonna be another because they have a really nice physiques, both of them. But I mean, we've seen Samson at the Olympia. He did very, very, very well. So
Cool, isn't it?
yeah. So it's gonna be like it's gonna be one of. I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good.
The problem is now, how you looked at. Now I've seen you as an open. I prefer you as an open. I do. No, I do. I think you look better at Tampa than you did at Olympia because I think the Olympia you could see you look lighter and a bit and not quite as full. Like your legs didn't look as full, but at Tampa they were popping. I was like, because I said, how has he got his legs like back? I said he's got that thickness back, and obviously that's because you don't have that weight restriction.
Yeah, to be honest, it is because even when I mean, you know, when I send a picture to Chris. A picture doesn't show what's going on.
Yeah.
And then when he saw me in person, he said, "Man, your legs is big." He said, "I never say that, but your legs is so big." I said, "Yeah, because I don't have to go down. And I feel them as well. So now this is how I feel. I think this is me. To be honest, I'll tell you now, me, if I'm going to compete, I'm done with 212. I'm not going to be doing it anymore.
Really?
No. Yes, I'm done. Completely done.
Well, that leads me nicely on to my next question that I was talking to you about. Something in August, a new category. The Masters Olympia at Cluj. It's been announced. They're doing all Olympia, all 10 divisions. So, you know, there's 212, there's open. And I said to you, do open as the Masters Olympia. Realistically, who over 45, what other Masters in the Pro League now would beat you?
I think you know more than me, you know, the names, but I don't know exactly by the ages or whatever. But I mean, even younger than 45 is nobody's beating me, only two people.
Good answer. Good answer.
I'm not gonna say like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, my physique looks like hey, listen, you know, in Tampa Pro, that is actually. Chris Cormier, he was at the gym.
Yeah.
So he was at the gym. He's with Brian, and he came. He looked at me and said, "Oh, Kamal, you're looking good. Let me see how's your legs because when you age, the first thing will go down is your legs." So when he saw my legs, he said, "Man, your legs looks like 30 years old." Legs, you know, it's mad. I mean, that is in the video, and then Chris was there and everything, and Chris tell him now your legs look like 23, not 30 years old.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I think like what I see. I mean, I've been beating guys half of my age at the Olympia. Like there's some guys like 22, 23, even more than half of my age.
Kamal,
less than half of my age.
Kamal, look, if you did look, I'm really pushing you on this one. If you did the Masters Olympia and won the Open, you'd then have 2 Olympia titles in different divisions. That's never been done. Come on.
Take that if I'm gonna do it, man.
Yes! Announced it. Mate,
hey, you know me.
Come on. You got to.
Listen. Since the day I love this bodybuilding, I love this sport. I left my country for it.
Yep.
I left my family for it. I took my bag and I went to Malta, and then from Malta to UK, and I wanted to be a champion. I wanted to be a good bodybuilder. And look at that now. I am one of the top bodybuilders in the world. And now they say to me, what you're doing now, there is no one that's done it in the history of bodybuilding, which is with your age, with my age. So I can't be grateful more than that. And I'm really, really happy for everything I did, for all my career. And I feel like I could still some more. I feel good. My physique is like improving and growing. I mean, I feel great. So why do I need to stop? All my my fans and people, they follow me and everything. They never ever want me to stop. I said the other day when I said I wanted to train, I wanted to compete at the Arnold, so I said we do vitamin because my wife and kids. I said I came home and I said to my wife and kids, we have to do vitamin now. Who wants me to do the show or not? all my kids, yes, Baba, do it, Baba, do it. So my wife, she didn't say nothing. So yeah, I feel great. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know. We want to see like what's the prize money. To be honest, it's the end of the day. If it's the prize money is good, that it will encourage not just me. Okay, I'm okay with money because I have my business, I have my stuff, this. But it's still like we spend. But there is some actually some athletes, whatever, they're relying on to this kind of prize money. They're relying on their sponsors and whatever. So it does make big difference to them. So I hope they will make the prize monies right, and that will encourage a lot of competitors, especially now because there's not many, and they thinking to bring some other back into the game, and maybe I don't know. They're talking Phil Heath, they're talking Dexter Jackson. Maybe.
Well, the Open is 45 and over. Phil Heath is 42, 43. Dexter's not going to compete again. Branch isn't coming back. Jay said he'd only do it for $1 million. That ain't happening. Kai Green, he's been done for 7 years now. So really think about it. Like, I mean, who out there right now? Because thing is, you're on a roll. It's not like you've got to come out of retirement after 5 years and still hope to look as good. You're actually you're still getting better. So realistically, I will ask you the question again: who over 45 in the Open, in the Pro League, could beat you?
There is no one. I mean,
exactly.
Like what I said, in Tampa, everybody was younger than me, and I beat everyone except Aki. So I'm telling you now, maybe you, Giles, I don't know, but like what I said, I don't know the names, but you know who's doing it or not, or if there is anything, I don't know yet. But yeah, for me, because you said they're doing the 212 division, I'm not going to do the 12
Don't do the 212, no. You'll win the Open.
No. The promoters, if they're listening to this, whatever, guys, I'll tell you now, don't even ask me about it. I'm going to do the Open.
Good. The only guy I can think of that could actually probably look good next to you is Victor Martinez, because he's still looking big, but I don't know whether he wants to compete again. I think I could see like the final call-out being you and him. And of course, they are trying to bring in new pros, Masters pros. They're giving out a lot of Masters Pro cards. But honestly, mate, I mean, I'm usually pretty bang on with this stuff. Remember I said to Sami Al-Haddad, I said, come over and do the Amateur Olympia, you'll win it. Come over and do the Body Power 212. He won both. And he got a car and a villa as a bonus. Like you used to get your bonuses for winning shows. Yeah. And he says, Giles, I'm going to listen to you all the time now because, you said I'd come and win it and I won it. And, he got his pro card and everything else, even though he didn't take it. But Kamal, 1994 was your first ever show.
Yeah, 1994, my first ever.
That's older than Quinta Area. Quinton Area, who you beat at Tampa, wasn't even born yet.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like what I said, there's some guys at my show that did like even in the Olympia. They're 22.
Wow.
I mean, what's his name? What's his name? The guy who comes sixth. Oh God, you know who I am talking about. He's the future Mr. Olympia. I'm sure he will. His name.
Which category? Which category?
Mike with me, 212.
Oh, 212.
He was a classic. Oh man, his name.
Keon Pearson.
Keon,
oh wow, okay.
Yeah. Keon, he's what? He's 21, 22.
Oh, he's a bit older than that. He's a bit older, but he's not. Yeah, he's not mega old. He's like in his mid-20s, I think, isn't he? 24, 25. Wow.
Yeah, so he's less than half of my age. So come on, I mean,
you got training tops older than him.
Yeah, I mean, it is like, it is. I'm really good what I've done, and I like what I said. It's 212 is done for me. That's 100%. Wow. I'm not gonna suffer it. I'm not gonna suffer anymore. To be honest, this is even my wife. I struggled this time, Giles. I really. So I was ready when I was like 220. I was ready 100%. 3 months, I think. Yeah, 3 months after the Tampa Pro for prep for 4 months. It's like it does made me even want to grow, not like going down. I told Chris, I said, I'm struggling. So we had to push like really low carbs and things like really, no, I'm not good. Good.
So 2019, I think, was it 2018 you were 205, 2019 you were 208. So, and now, I think the only thing that's really changed is the fact you've moved to America. And now you're struggling, you're ready at 220. And last Olympia, I'm surprised you're saying to me that you're actually struggling to make 212. That's just a real gauge of the progress you've made.
Yeah, man, it is, to be honest, I am struggling. Really, really struggling, especially this year. I don't know what's happened. Maybe since I moved here, my family is around me, and all my prep, as you see, last few years, I have to travel from UK, come here on my own, and a little bit, your family is not with you, whatever, which is in one part is really good.
Yeah.
But the other things like is you're around. My wife, she's doing all my meals. I don't have to think. Just go and do what I have to do. Go and train. There we go. That's a little one for sharing. Hi to Giles.
Oh, he's grown.
Hi.
I remember he was about half the size before.
Yes.
Hello, how you doing?
Go on. That's the little one who's 6 years old.
Oh wow!
So
he was like 3 the last time I saw him.
Yeah,
wow.
They're growing fast. The older one now next year is going to be at the uni.
You got him on the BPI, mate. You got him on the BPI.
Oh yeah, he's onto it. My older one, he is onto it, man. He's just like, he doesn't want to miss training. He doesn't want to eat good. And
really,
he's he's all into it.
So you told me years ago you wanted to move to America, and so now you got your family there. So because you said I've got a feeling it's going to be so good for me with business and opportunity. Because like I said, you used to go out there and stay with Flex when Flex was on the East Coast. What's that been like for you now, living in Florida? What's been the biggest change and positives for you?
Well, to be honest, I got involved more into the bodybuilding, which is in UK. There is nothing, man. You there, you win the Olympia, you go back. You don't even get we did some stuff with you, Giles. That's it. There is nothing else. Come on, you come back. You should be like the ambassador. You should do you should do things, and you should explain to people, and you be the good ambassador.
Yeah.
But there, I can't just sell myself. People, they have to call me wherever. I will do it. Here in America is different. I got involved with a lot of shows. As soon as I go, my sponsors around me. So I do a lot of I'll be standing in the booths, talk to the people. It's a lot of things. There is a seminar that's coming up. Tim Gardner actually is doing a great job here in Florida. So he's involving me with these kind of seminars and shows, and it's a lot. It's everything is here, and when you be at the shows and things, it opens up some other things.
Right. Okay.
Which is I have very, very good success things. It's gonna happen. I'm not gonna.
No, come on. Don't tease. No. Stop teasing me. You do this all the time, Kamal. Come on, stop it.
I will tell you. But anyway, there is the business wise.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot better for me.
Okay.
There is some very good things that I'm gonna be involved. Which is soon. I had a lot of company called me. They want me to be involved because, like what I said, of my age, I'm doing this. You're looking good. We need to know your story, how you've done this.
Yeah.
You go all the way. You've been competing since '94 till now, and you're still doing
29 years.
We need to know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to know my story, who I am, how we're doing it, and we're trying to keep it as healthy as best. So.
It's not just the fact that you're still competing at over 50 or even over 40. It's the fact that you're actually still making improvements. I think that's the thing that really makes you stand out, aside from all the titles and all the wins and all that.
Yeah, 100%. This is why, like what I said, everybody saying, you're improving all the time. You look better. The other day, after the Olympia, when we started thinking we're doing the Arnold, just train a little bit. So Chris wants some pictures to be update. Kamal, you look a lot better now. It's like the guys at the gym, which is I feel it. I feel good. This is one of the things. It's bringing a lot of attention into my side, and I'm. The thing is, you know me from day one. I like things, and I don't want to just go gym and train. Yeah. I like to do bits and bops and around. So
you're a hustler.
It is the place here. and is the market so big and is open, and there is need for it. In UK, I feel like, very, very small, and you can't grow there. You cannot.
Plus, you're around like Mr. Super Positive Derek Lunsford, who's actually completely on a roll right now. I mean, he had belief in himself and confidence and kind of excitement, but that was before he'd even gone into the Open and got second at the Olympia. So I can imagine, I imagine you two, and obviously your experience, and obviously he's benefiting from that, and your knowledge. So I imagine you two really bounce off each other really well.
No, it is really good. The good thing is for me, when I see somebody wants it, that's when we could do well. And that's the time. Even today, I told them, like, hey, 1 o'clock we start training. We have to do it 1 o'clock. We don't want to be late.
Do you got me at 4?
Yeah, he said, okay, 1 o'clock. He's so hungry, and he's got all the potential. He's got all the tools. I think when he's reached to that things, he's going to be there forever, man, for a few years. I think he's going to be.
I do.
He's going to be very hard to beat. You've
got me thinking about this only going open thing. You've got guys like Derek Lunsford who you've beat before. You've got guys like Hadi who used to compete against in the amateur for many, many years.
Yeah.
I think you were one of the first to tell me about Hadi. When you were back in 85, 80 kilos or whatever. So. And obviously seeing the success of those guys now, is that a factor in your decision for saying, no, I'm only going open?
Not really, because, I'm not young like them. They're still young. They still got a few years in front of them. But they're struggling. I don't want to struggle anymore. I've got no reason to do that. I won the Olympia. Yeah. So I won it. I've got the title. Nobody can take it from me. Yeah. I won the Arnold, so no one can take it from me. So, like what I said, Giles, I'm doing these things for me. And there's a lot of people that say, come on, you should pack it up. Why? I said, I don't want to listen to you. I do it for me. I want to do it. I want to keep going. So why not? I mean, I feel good. I don't want to.
Okay. I remember you told me a few years ago, you said, right, I think it was maybe 2018. And I think you said, actually you told me in 2014, you said, Giles, because you were amateur then, and you said, look, Giles, I just want to get my pro card and I want to step on the Olympia stage once. Then you had all that hassle, which basically lost you 4 years.
Yeah.
So, and now, there you are.
You mentioned that hassle. You mentioned that 4 years. Imagine the Giles. I mean, if them 4 years is a big number for a bodybuilding career.
It could have been you and Flex going at it all those years.
Big time. So, and everybody. So that's the problem with this federation. The pro elite, they actually ruined my life. I will never forgive them for that, because whatever they said, whatever they've done, it's a rumor. It's a lie, because like what they're trying to do now. With the pro league, with Wayne Daniel, whatever Wayne Daniel trying, but after they're both sunk, they're trying to get somebody else to bring drama, to bring rumors, because they are actually mafia. I'll tell you now, I know a lot about them, and I know exactly what they're trying to do, because they rely on the Olympic Committee and all this. They said, we are on doping control, we are under WADA.
The WADA bullshit, wasn't it?
Yeah. When that thing has happened to me, Mr. Jim Manion, he doesn't know who I am. Mm-hmm. He doesn't know me. When I explained to him, he said, okay, we will have a meeting. Raphael came to the Arnold. We had a meeting. He tried to help me. He doesn't know who I am. He said to Raphael, he said, I need to see Kamal's paperwork. Where is his paperwork to see that he's done? Till today, he's never, ever sent any paperwork.
Still.
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. I remember he told him, forget about Kamal, because it's WADA. WADA will stop you, everything. He said, we got nothing to do with WADA. He told him he's got nothing to with IFBB Pro League. It's got nothing to do with WADA. Why is it? But the rules, when you are an amateur, you have to go through the amateur, from the amateur to the IFBB Pro League. So he was following the rules. As Jim Manion, he was following the rules 100%. They break the rules. They the one with WADA. It's happened to me, Giles. 1 year, I don't want to wear 1 year. That's the early when I started competing for Qatar. I was like using some stuff. As you know, in England, there's no doping control, there's no testing, whatever.
Yep.
So I came from England to compete for Qatar, and I've told the Qatari team, the manager there, I said, hey, I've been using stuff. It's not going to come out just like in one day. He said, don't worry about it. They paid 10,000 for me. Now I will tell it now in front of everyone, especially in your podcast now.
Yep.
They paid 10,000 for me and 10,000 for Ali Tabrizi to go someone else, to go to the room and to give the urine for us to be,
okay.
yes,
Wow.
for us to be clean. So
Yeah.
who's the corrupt here? Who's the corrupt here?
Yeah. Ooh,
You,
yeah.
you or wherever. And it's not even that. Even more with Adil Fahim is like, you know, it's like every shows that he goes to, wherever, even Libya. I'll tell you, for me, when he comes, because I did 3 shows in Libya. He rings, hey, make sure you get me an iPhone and SIM cards ready to whatever. So he's asking, we give money, we get him the phone, we give him. They are so cheap. They cannot run the federation. They rely on the Olympic Committee. The ticket was going to give. You know, one more thing. That's Adil Fahim. I mean, I'm not against him, whatever, but the corrupt they do and what they've done to me. He was employed by the Qatar Olympic Committee under our federation, the IFBB Federation, employed to get a salary from them.
Wow. There's his motive.
It's how corrupt they are. And they come out and they say, we are this, we are that. Now they're trying to get Wayne D'Amelia here to push because their boat is sunk, to do anything to get their boat out with the drama, with like sexual and all bullshit and everything is lies and there's nothing there about it. And then when Adil Fahim is like, he's the one he's trying to push in our federation. You know, with the Pro League, because it's gone so big. It's so big. They're jealous for that. And I was like, in our countries, in the Arab countries, Adil Fahim, he gets involved. So he calls the Olympic Committee, oh, don't let this federation, these they use drugs, these they use this. And because the guys, they are actually the Ministry of Sport in Libya or wherever in other countries, they don't know what's going on. So we'll try their best to stop this federation. So I told the Adil Fahim the other day, I was talking in Arabic, I said, why you don't tell Rafael he's going in Spain this year at the calendar of the NPC, 25 shows of the IFBB Pro League. Go and stop them first in your country, and then we stop them in our countries, in the Arab countries. Why you don't tell him that? Because he cannot. He doesn't want to lose his chair. The only things he's thinking about, his own chair. He doesn't think about the athletes. He doesn't thinking about anything. His chair, how much he can grab, how much he can do. If he thinks that's wrong, tell him, come on out and face me. Adil Fahim or Rafael, come out and face me and tell me I'm wrong or I'm lying. I will face you anytime where you want, anywhere you want. Because what you've done, and I know exactly what you've been doing. I know exactly the Rolex watches you've been taking. Oh, man, I know a lot, Giles. These kind of things will take ages. To talk about.
Yeah.
And then I will tell you one thing, and then we'll split, because I don't want to waste my time with them anymore. If they think about the athletes, or if they're thinking about the IFBB Pro Elite, we know as the Olympia is a private company, correct? It's a private, different business. The Olympia, we know, everybody knows the Olympia has been for sale for a while, until Jake Wood came on board, and thank God he came on board. Why you, Rafael, and Adil Fahim, and you saying we are under Olympic committees, under 170 or 160 countries, we are the strongest, why you didn't buy the Olympia? You could done as a share. You could done as like, if you spoke to a few countries and you're serious, you're thinking about the athletes, after they finish like whatever competition, like they do like this kind of Olympia and the biggest show, whatever, why you don't buy it as a share for all these countries you're talking about? Why? They couldn't, because they are that much, they're not business people. At the end of the day, sport is a business. It's a business. And they are that limit. They cannot even run a business. They cannot. The only, like I said, they rely on the Olympic committees, how much they can give them every month, a ticket here, a pocket money when they travel around the world or wherever, and that's it. That's how they are. But the Pro League, they are business people. They know exactly what's going about. They know exactly how to run the business. That's why they're going so big all over the country, all over the world, so many shows. It's so big. So they feel jealous. That's why they involved Wayne D'Amelia to do some drama to try and they know, hey, you're both sunk. It's done, and I'm done with you.
Okay.
Made me sweat.
You're getting your heart beating now, is it?
Yeah, you shouldn't mention this because 4 years, years or 3 years, it's a big, massive.
I know.
Number for a bodybuilding career. I mean, I could have been there, like what you said with Flex. I could have been maybe I could have jumped to the open. Then I could jump to the open like William Burnett.
Kamal, I remember because I interviewed you for Flex magazine, and you said that is, and I did a news item, and you said, "Look, I just want to get my pro card and just stand on stage at Olympia. I just want to be in the Olympia just to say I've done it, and then retire." And you were going to stay in the UK. But then I remember your speech when Arnold gave you the Arnold Classic trophy, and I filmed it on my phone, and you got emotional, and I've still got it on my phone actually, and you basically said, "Look, thank you so much to Jim Manion and and the Pro League." He said, because if I wouldn't be here right now, and look what's happened to you since. Look at all the good things that have happened to you as a direct result of Jim Manion saying, right, okay, this guy's clearly, this guy clearly is good enough. And I'm confused as to why he's not being allowed to compete. And, and you got your opportunity. The first 212 show on the calendar, you won it. You got third at the Olympia. 2019, you won the Olympia, and look at you now. It's so there you go.
Yeah. Like Mr. Jim Manning, when he said to me, he doesn't know me. He said to me, come on, after the interview, and he said, let me look at you, see why you, if you're good enough.
Yeah.
So I showed him because they was promising me. I was prepping for 2 years. Because they're promising me, we do this. I was saying one thing, like I want to say it. He said, I have a very good what they call a Pallister. He's very good, but it's going to cost you money. I said, I don't mind, I'll pay money. So they even asked for money to give them, and they don't want to. And Mr. Jim Manning, he doesn't know me. He doesn't know me at all. Not like now. He knows who I am. And then he said, let me see you. So he saw me. He said, you belong to us. We're gonna sort you out, no problem.
Yep.
So he's the one who's doing things right. He's the one who's after the athletes, not you. They don't even care about me. They haven't done nothing. They haven't done, which is I've been winning the world champion 6 times as the IFBB Pro League.
10 Asian 10 Asian Cups.
Yeah, 10 Asian Cups, and I won I won everything.
Yeah.
And then you treat me like this, and I helped you as well. I hold the shows in Libya, and I hold the shows in Libya, and I gave prize money from my own pocket. I gave you guys when I had the potential to help you. I've helped you, and you're doing this to me for what?
Well,
for what? The problem when I asked for my paperwork, you don't give it to me. And Mr. Jim Manning, he asked, he said, I want to see this paperwork. He said, till today, there is no paperwork. There isn't.
I think the dog ate it.
Yeah. That's why the dog ate them as well. Now, that's why they finished. That's why, they finished. And the rumors that what's happening in England as well with sugar, and they split with the...
Correct, yeah. I heard yesterday, yeah. I was like, what the hell's going on now? It's like everything's splintering off, it's all sort
As you see, it's nothing. Yeah, man, they're going to be broke. That's why they're trying to do anything now to bring any drama. Hey, guys, we know what you're doing now. You're done. You're finished. We are going forward.
Yeah. So, Kamal, before I let you go, mate, any other good things you want to tell me about? Anything? Because I know you're someone that, every time I see you, you're always like, I've got this, and I've got that project, and I've got this, and I'm working on that, and I'm in this country and that country, and I'm exporting. And so what's next for you, mate? What else you got cooking? What's
next? I'm going to sell my gym in UK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's nice gym there. I like that gym.
Yeah, anyone. It's gonna be a bargain. I just signed 5 years lease, so it's brand new 5 lease. It's gonna be a bargain. So anyone wants the gym, Better Buddies Gym in Northampton, contact me or contact Giles. We will make that happen. Definitely. I want to open a gym here, 100%. I want to 10%. Yeah, well, I never cared about money. And I want to open a gym definitely here. I'm looking actually now. I'm going to buy the land, and I'm going to build my own private facility.
Nice.
It's going to be something definitely good.
Kamal's lair.
Well, no. Well, it's gonna be K1 strength.
Okay,
K1
okay,
strength.
okay. Because I
the
saw the
K1.
T-shirts and the I
Yes,
see what you're
that's the
doing. I see
K1,
what you're
yeah.
doing. I always watch
K1
these little things you're doing, and I'm thinking, I know he's going to do something with that. He's going to build that into something.
Yeah, it is. It's
good.
gonna be like K1 strength, which is the gym or whatever, and then K1 fit, which is with the clothing and everything.
Nice.
I'm working on a good things, man. I'm gonna keep going, man. I don't care.
Yeah.
This is me. I like, if you don't go for these things, you're not gonna find out what's gonna happen. So that's why I moved here. My family, they're happy here. My wife, she said to me, "It's the best thing you ever did."
See that?
My kid,
that's another thing. It's like, because I knew that you were out there, and then obviously you brought your family out there, and I was thinking, is your family happy? Because how many? We got 4 kids, is it? 4 children?
4 kids, yes.
4 children, your wife, and it's like that's a lot. That's a lot of people to kind of consider when you want to make a move to a completely different country.
No, to be honest, Giles, they said to me the best thing you've ever did.
Wow.
And they're really, really happy, especially here with the weather, man. It's so good in Florida. You know what's the like here. It's nice weather. They feel like the country is so big. There's a lot of things for the kids, a lot of things to do. It's a lot of good things, which is they happy with. They made a very good friends.
Good.
They go out. It's a great. So they really love to. I mean, to be honest, if they said they didn't like it here, I would have gone back because I'm doing this. Yeah, for them.
Yeah.
If they're not happy, if they're not happy, but no, they are actually 100%.
2 final questions. Have they got cute American accents now? And have they been to Star Wars Land?
No, they haven't been. So I'm gonna take them definitely very soon.
Okay, I'm coming too.
They've been like in our area, where it's Tampa, to Push Garden, and they've been like the Adventure Island or whatever. Yeah. Which is very, very cool. Very happy with it. And then I'm gonna take them to Orlando, which is where is the Disneyland and all that kind of. Nice. So I'm gonna take them. But what other question?
Have they got cool American accents?
No. At the moment, they still keeping the English accent, to be honest. Because here in America, and I'm sure you know, they love the English accent. They love it.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, man. They're really happy, and I'm happy for everything I did. And I'm just gonna find out. I'm gonna any opportunity that's there, I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna go for it. So. Good. I'm going to keep going, inshallah.
I'm glad, because I remember you said in 2019, and you said, like, I've spoke to my wife, and I want to go for another 5 years. So that'll take you up to 2024. But it sounds like you're just getting started, mate.
Well, I mean, if they bring in some new, like now they're bringing the Masters Olympia. So bringing Masters Olympia. Okay.
Do you know what? When I heard the Masters Olympia, I thought about when the 202 came along, when Flex Lewis just turned pro. It was like such perfect synergistic timing. I just thought, oh God, this is a godsend. And I immediately thought of you, and I was like, well, he cannot do 212. He has to do open.
Yeah, it is, to be honest. Even that, my wife just looked at me. I said, yeah, it's a good title to win. It is a title. At the end of the day, in our sport, we have to be going. We have to be active. We have to be, I mean, even when wherever I retire or whatever, but I'm definitely going to be in this kind of sport. I'm going to be it's going to be Kamal Classic very soon.
Nice.
That's without doubt. There is a meeting soon. It's going to happen with, So, but we will announce it. I'm going to do it. It's like whatever I could. I mean, bodybuilding has made me. That's who I am. It's from bodybuilding. So I definitely, when even I'm done, I'll give 100% back.
God, it's come a long way since you won that car in 2002, mate.
To be honest, that car started me, Giles. That car, I came back home, with me, so I don't like to be like flashy brand new car. I've sold that car, and that's when I started a business. Opened a small little takeaway, a partner with somebody, and then we sold that business, and we just kept going. And then the move to Qatar, it did make a big jump and a big difference. So I knew what to do with my money, so I didn't replace it, waste it, whatever. And it's from there. So hopefully, it's good things happening. There's a few things. I will let you know. I don't want to say.
Yeah, just let me know. Let me know.
People, they will say, "Oh, showing off, whatever." But no, I've got a plan. It's for me to move here. It's going to be like my retirement.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have great club, so I'm looking for properties and we're doing good things. Yeah, so this is the plan. Hopefully, inshallah, soon.
Well, I'm just really happy that the move to Florida was a success for you and your family, because that was a huge thing to do, and I'm glad it's worked out. Probably sounds like it's even better than you kind of hoped, and expected. So I'm really happy for that, Kamal. So all right then, mate. Well, it's great to catch up, and thank you for being the first of 2023. So I've known 23, 24 years I've known you now.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. So I don't want to say like I haven't done great in UK. Oh, no. I've done very good in UK, and I did a lot of things, which is like, I built myself there. I started from there, whatever. So no. I've done very good, but you have to keep moving forward. So whatever opportunity that comes, you need to grab it. So exactly that's what I'm doing, and this is what supposed to be. All bodybuilders, they should do, because if you're going to rely on just like sponsorship or like prize money, one day you're going to lose your sponsorship or something happen or whatever.
Yeah.
So make sure you grab some other things, and this is the way, and that's what I've been doing. So thank God I've been doing this, and everything is went very well.
Awesome. All right, and Kamal, well, I'm unsure whether I'm going to be at the Arnold, but obviously I'll be watching on the live stream if I can't attend. So I'll be excited to see, because like I said, I do prefer you as an open, mate. I think your physique just pops more, which, like I said, which I was wrong about. So so I was like, 220, he's going to be out of shape, he's going to look blocky, I was like, holy shit, he should win this. So anyway, all the best of luck, mate, and much love to the family and everything. So, and like I said, I'm just really happy that's worked out, and all the best for the next couple of months prep training with Derek Lunsford, the young whippersnapper.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Anyway, as always, a pleasure to be on your broadcast. So it will be great. We'll do this maybe again, maybe after I win the Arnold Classic.
Fighting talk. Right, well, like I said, it's all right then, mate. Well, I'll let you go, and I will speak to you very, very soon, Kamal.
Thank you so much, and have a good one.
All right, take care, Kamal. Okay, guys, it is hot news time for Season 5, Episode 14 of MD Glow Muscle. Happy New Year, everyone. Obviously, this is the first episode since... we haven't done episodes since Theo and Andrea Presti before the Olympia, because obviously then myself and Lauren were at the Olympia. Then the week after it was Christmas, and then it was New Year's. But here we are now. So, this is a very, very super quick hot news, because we've run a little bit over time. But I want to go to obviously one of our guests in this episode, the incredible two-time Olympia champion Shaun Clarida, going for the Arnold Classic in the Open. So obviously that is huge news at the moment. I think that's one of the best interviews I've ever done with Shaun. That was really, really cool. I just want to basically acknowledge and show a couple of pictures of Shaun Clarida. I mean, he did what Missy Truscott, also the fitness Olympia champion, also did at the Olympia, is basically lose the title, then get it back. He lost it to Derek Lunsford in 2021 and came back this year better than ever, 178, and he won his title back. So, I mean, absolutely incredible. And for me, he was the clear winner. He was, wasn't he? He looked absolutely amazing. And I'm such a Shaun Clarida fan. Like I said, I wrote an article about him last year, I think it was, maybe the year before in MD. And I was pulling from all these different sources and quotes and all this stuff I could find on him. And this was a guy that told he should never compete. And like he said in the interview, when he won the bantamweight at the Nationals, he said, someone went up to him and said, congratulations, your career is over. And there's a guy that then was told he would never win a pro show. He won the New York Pro. And every year he did kind of what Ronnie Coleman did, but in the 212. And he literally started from the back of the pack. I think his placings, were something like 16th, 13th, 9th, 7th, 3rd, 1st, 2nd, 1st. I think that's correct. I think that's all the placings for Shaun Clarida, the giant killer. But there's a guy, he's just, it looks like he's got Ronnie Coleman DNA in him. It's absolutely incredible. But, and it was, like I said, it was a clear win. Andrew Calderon and obviously Kamal Elgargni, the 2019 Olympia champion, pushed him hard. But, especially when he turned to the back, it was lights out for me. I love all these backstage videos. These are cool. Let's have a look at this. Here we are. Look at that. There you can see like the crazy fullness. But yeah, absolutely amazing. So obviously now he's going into the Arnold Classic. There's people think that he can win this. I mean, imagine if a 212 who is 34 pounds under the 212 limit goes and wins the Arnold Classic, the second biggest open pro show in the world. I mean, it really will get tongues wagging, because the thing is, the top two at the Olympia in the Open were Hadi Choopan and Derek Lunsford. These are ex-212s, you know. Hadi Choopan doesn't look drastically different from when he was a 212. And Shaun, and obviously Derek Lunsford was 18 pounds over the 212 limit. But my point is, I mean, they were, you know, successful 212s, literally went straight into the Open and did well. And Shaun Clarida's proven himself now as well. So there we are. And obviously he's a new dad as well. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, baby. So there's Shaun thinking, yep, I got bloody prep now as well as this. So that's Shaun Clarida's signature pose. 22 for being one of the most memorable and exciting years of my life, filled with great people and great memories that I'll forever love and cherish. So absolutely incredible. I mean, he's just like I said, his legacy is that he's just consistently proved people wrong in his entire career, really. So, and like I said, it was so great to be there, second row, watch him, you know, and see him do this, you know, and win it back. So there you are. That's obviously when he was announced, you know, that he got his title back. So that is a very, very happy man. And obviously he got the front cover on MD as well. So, and can you believe that is 16 weeks out? I mean, I can't believe the condition he was in. And looks absolutely amazing. There's Angel Calderon as well, moved up from 4th to 2nd. Very, very, very tight top three there between him. You know, certainly 2nd and 3rd was very tight between Kamal and Angel Calderon. But congratulations there to Angel Calderon. You know, he's 10th, 7th, 4th, 2nd. You know, so there's another guy like Shaun Clarida who's just consistently kept improving, kept coming back, and has moved up, you know. So next year will be interesting. Look at the sweep. Oh, my God. Just jutting out. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah. So yeah. So, and obviously now Shaun's been, you know, put in, you can vote for him for awards and everything like that. So, you know, like I said, he's just, I mean, here, okay, here's some perspective. 2005, this was Shaun Clarida's first show. You know, he's 118. I mean, you can imagine people laughing at him when he said he was going to compete, you know, and then, I mean, look at that. I mean, it just shows you what consistent hard work and, you know, and just, you know, just never giving up. Really, that's the kind of thing that can produce, you know, in bodybuilding. That's what kind of one of the things I love about it, really. And look at all the sponsors. Wow, look at that. Wow. So he's got, So like he said, his sponsors are very, very happy, as I'm sure they would be. But let's have a look at one more picture. I just love the Olympia pictures. They're so cool. Absolutely phenomenal. Never seen this photographer. Jay Morris. Who's this? So I don't know this guy. New photographer. Great to see new photographers as well. So that's very welcome. Look at that. I mean, that's that kind of, if they say it's 10 pounds per inch, he really is. If he was Ronnie Coleman's height, that's kind of like that's like a 5 foot whatever version of Ronnie Coleman, how he was in 2005. I always think that. I always think like the same level of density and thickness and mass that he's carrying, you know, for his height. So, Brian Shaw. Why did they get Brian Shaw on? I mean, this like one of the biggest men on the planet to award to Shaun Clarida. So, why you got to do him dirty, man? So that is cool. But it shows you that bodybuilding, it's about the physique. It doesn't matter what height or frame, you know. It's and it also shows what can be done with the human body as well. So because like I said, Shaun isn't like on the limit of 212. He's 178. He's 34 pounds under, and yet he's one of the thickest guys up there. So it just really, really shows you how impressive his kind of physique is, really. So, right, okay, I'm going to go quickly on to Kamal, who just gave us a fantastic interview. Great to catch up with Kamal. Kamal, like I said, is another guy. Was he 52, 53 now? And he's consistently proven people wrong. And he's also consistently making improvements. That's the important thing here. I mean, he does look better as an open. I mean, look, what's this now? What are we, 8 weeks out? Obviously, Kamal is also doing the Arnold Classic in the Open, so it'll be interesting to see Kamal and Shaun up against each other. And it'll be interesting to see the Open version of Kamal at 220 up against the Open 178 version of Shaun Claridas, because obviously Kamal's going to be bigger and thicker than he was at the Olympia. So will that close the gap when he potentially stands next to Shaun Clarida at the Arnold Classic in the Open? You know, so obviously because Kamal can bring a different physique in the Open, kind of Shaun Clarida can't. He can kind of bring the same impressive package, but Kamal can bring something different, is my point. So that's basically how Kamal is looking. I mean, the guy is never out of condition. And obviously training there with Derek Lunsford now as well, which I was really, really excited to hear about. And look at that. He's like 53. Incredible, isn't he? Absolutely incredible. Absolutely amazing. Still looking incredible. And he obviously, this is a guy that approaches his bodybuilding in a very sensible, healthy way, because he looks good, he looks healthy, he looks incredible. So, I mean, what's that from the Olympia? Yeah, that's from the Olympia. Good morning, all. The kind of condition that men in the open class need to take note of. Not a coincidence this guy in his 50s and knows what's to be done and get that look. Well done. That's James Llewellyn. That's a previous 212 competitor as well from the UK. So that's his family. That's all his children. Well, 3 of his children. Where's the other one? He's forgot the other one. I don't think that's his child. That's Sergio. That's his wife there. So, so it's 3. That's cool. Yeah, cool. And he obviously moved to Florida now, so he seems very happy, very content. And as you saw in the interview. And okay, let's have a look. This is from the Olympia. I did feel like he lost a little bit of size on his legs by coming down to 212 again. But as he said in the interview, he is not doing 212 again. He's going to stay open. But I hope, well, he kind of said anyway on the interview that he goes the Masters Olympia Open route, because Kamal's a guy I think who could end up with 2 different Olympia titles. And I mean, that would be a huge achievement. And the thing is, he is a Masters, and as far as I'm concerned, he is probably the best Masters over 45 competing today, right now. We don't know what's going to happen with guys coming back or new guys coming in, but I honestly, my money is on Kamal winning the Open Masters Olympia in Cluj, Romania in August. You've heard it here first. And like I said, it's not just the fact that he's still competing, but he's actually still improving. I think that's the thing that is most impressive. So, and also his gym's for sale in Northampton. It's a really good gym. I've been there a few times. Actually, after he won the Olympia, the local radio station came and interviewed him. And all the gym, there was like a gym party and a cake and everything. And the DJ just handed me the mic and I had to interview Kamal. It was really cool. It was really good. But that's obviously when he did the Texas Pro earlier in the year. So, like I said, Kamal's another guy like Shaun Clarida, just keeps shocking people, keeps proving people wrong, and is just still bringing it at, 53? I mean, look at that. Such a great physique. I've trained with Kamal a few times. It's always, I think we did chest, shoulders. I couldn't believe how strong he was on shoulders. That was about 2002, maybe 2001. I just couldn't believe how strong he was. He's a really powerful guy. So that was 20 years ago. So look at that. Incredible. So still looking good, and he's still feeling fresh, and he's still feeling motivated. He's still getting the buzz. So why not just keep competing? So I think we'll see him around for a good couple of years yet. I could see him retiring as like a 2 or 3 time Masters Olympia champion personally. So yes, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to show really. The reason I'm keeping hot news a bit short, obviously we've got time constraints, but also myself and Ron Harris have started a new show called The Power Hour. Comes out every Monday at 9:15 a.m. EST. I think we're recording the next one Thursday. We like to obviously record them ahead of time so we can put lots of edits in. This is the one that came out today, so check that out on the Muscular Development YouTube channel. Like I said, it is an hour long, clues in the name. We've done 2 episodes so far. And it's just fun. Like I said, me and Ron can just talk about bodybuilding all day long. So Jen's idea was to make it into a show, and it seems to be going really, really well. The feedback and response, if you see the comments and everything else, people seem to like it. So we'll keep doing it, and hopefully, and I think me and Ron are taking it in turns with the topics and stuff like that. And nothing's off the table. We'll talk about anything. And if you've got any, comment suggestions or conversation suggestions rather. We will be gladly discussing those for you. So so check that out. And also, like I said, always hit the notification bell. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And obviously, check out the latest magazine issue. Show episode, right? Okay, right. Okay. So yes, like I said, it's the first episode back of 2023. It's fantastic to be back. Fantastic back in the hot seat, doing our thing, and and I hope you've enjoyed this episode with the they're not even 212 guys anymore. They're open guys. Well, they're both, aren't they? Well, Kamal's not 212 anymore, but Shaun Clarida's kind of stepping over in both lanes at the moment. So yeah, it'll be very exciting to see what both those guys do at the Arnold Classic in 7 weeks' time. So, okay then, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this episode, and thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for supporting, and ladies and gentlemen, we are out.